exclusive line of clothing. First up, the Jiu-Jitsu Rash Guard. This isn't just gear, it's a statement. A commitment to eco-friendly battles on the mats and waves. And for those who live by the bold champion spirit, we have something special. A line for men and women designed not just for the fight, but for life. Wear our bold champion spirit of Jiu-Jitsu Rash Guard confidently. Its striking design with golden figures in combat honors the enduring spirit of competition in martial arts. Pair it with our unisex mesh shorts, the perfect combo of style, comfort, and eco-conscious design for the modern warrior. And don't forget, our Jiu-Jitsu Bold Champion Spirit leggings. This attire is expertly engineered to channel the champion spirit in every move you make. Together, it's not just about looking good. It's about feeling the part and living the Jiu-Jitsu way, both on and off the mats. Meticulously crafted for the yoga studio, the gym, and beyond, blending style, comfort, and the heart of a champion. Wear your passion, embody sustainability, and elevate your practice. Join the league of athletes who wear their values as proudly as their belts. It's more than clothing, it's a way of life. Ringside Report Network, where champions dress for success, sustainability, and the spirit of the sport.
Attention to all professional wrestling fans and followers of the legendary Johnny Genesis North. We are releasing a must-have collection of Johnny North merchandise in our store at merch.ringsidereport.net, starting with our limited edition Johnny Genesis North 3/4 sleeve t-shirt. With a unique design capturing Johnny in action, this tee exudes raw energy and intensity through its versatile 3/4 sleeves for any weather. Stand with our legendary co-host, Johnny North. Make a bold statement in the wrestling community by getting yours today, exclusively at merch.ringsidereport.net.
Get ready to amp up your betting game with Ringside Report Network's latest knockout offer. We've teamed up with our pals at Bet99.com to bring you something that will shake up the betting world. Dave's Picks with boosted odds. Here's the lowdown. Normally you see odds like -200 over at Bet99, right? Picture this. We hit up our buddies at Bet99 and worked out some magic. Suddenly those odds? They're looking a whole lot sweeter at -150. That's right, and we're all about getting you those exclusive, juiced-up odds, only for the Ringside Report universe. So here's the game plan. We dish out the picks, and you keep those eyes peeled. You might see a number on Bet99, but hold up. Wait until Saturday morning rolls around. Thanks to those boosted odds we've snagged for you, those numbers will look much better. I'm all for Bet99 doing great, but let's not kid ourselves. We want to win big too. It's all in good fun, and hey, it's part of the thrill of the game. They're in on it, and we're in on it. It's all about having a blast while pocketing some extra cash. Ready to take advantage of those boosted odds? Go to the special Ringside Report Bet99 link on your screen. We're all about seeing how much we can boost the odds for you, our loyal viewers. And a huge thank you to Bet99 for their support of the Ringside Report Network.
Yes, indeed. It's a WWE Backlash France post show. Let's do it.
Start.
Il est phénomène, da 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 da. Pardon me. I cough when I sing sometimes. Hello.
What up, friends?
Sorry, I farted.
What?
That's why we're coughing.
Oh, my God.
Let's kick it off.
Oh.
Last night, Johnny North and his bus stop troubles. This week.
Yeah, this week we're kicking it off hard. What's up, everybody? It's the WWE Backlash post show. We just watched Backlash France in Lyon. And AJ Styles and Cody Rhodes were vraiment phénoménal.
It's infectious.
I love that one. That chant was good. They were on fire tonight, or this afternoon, in Lyon. The crowd was the story of Backlash for me. Just a hot crowd, start to finish. I don't think anybody sat down. Like, were they on their feet the whole show?
Definitely at the start. The whole first match, they were definitely on their feet.
That first match was electric, and you could tell that the crowd was propelling Kevin Owens, Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, and Randy Orton. They were pushing them to do more and more, and my God, did those guys deliver. What a tag team match to open up the show. I'm not sure anything beat that. We do the match of the night. We do the score on 10 for the pay-per-view, and I think I have my match of the night right away. I want to kick it off. I want to get right into it. We're going to give you the results. We're going to give you match breakdown, but I want to start with the opener, the Bloodline. Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga with help from the debuting or perhaps returning Tonga Loa. They get the win over Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. And it was a great match. And that's my match of the night. I thought it was really, really good. Those guys doing just about everything. It started off as a brawl. You had Owens and Randy brawling with Solo and Tama. And the match couldn't start, and they were trying to stop them from fighting. They're like, no, this is pandemonium. It can't happen like this.
We need Brutus Magnus to call things to order.
That's right. The general manager of SmackDown, Brutus Magnus, came out, and he decided this is going to be a anything goes Lyon match.
Lâchez-vous.
Lâchez-vous, les mecs. Lâchez-vous, putain. So he's like, yeah, let's go. It's anything goes now, which provided a way for the finish to work, right? The finish made sense because we went anything goes, and then all of a sudden, Tonga Loa interferes, and anything goes works, because otherwise it would have been a disqualification. So, the match was very, very good. The crowd was hot throughout. They were standing the whole time. And I'm not saying that as an exaggeration, and I'm not saying the first few rows were standing. The whole arena, 12,000 plus, standing for the entire match. Loud for the whole show, and very loud. One of the loudest crowds for WWE you will ever hear. It was incredible. The vibe in that building must have been nuts.
Yeah, every wrestler almost had their own reaction to it, which you don't always see. Sometimes a wrestler will have a nice reaction to the crowd, but everyone had a thing of looking at the crowd and being like, "Oh," and kind of surprise themselves.
It was like the crowd popped for everyone. They didn't have one person where they're like, "Yeah." They're super excited to see everybody and everything.
Yeah,
they were so excited, and we were talking about it earlier today. They're getting Backlash. And Backlash, it's not the biggest show of the year. It's not WrestleMania. It's not the Royal Rumble. It's not SummerSlam. But it is an event that has history in the WWE. It is an event that the WWE does every year. And France gets nothing. Paris gets nothing. Lyon certainly gets nothing. They didn't even do this in Paris. They did this in Lyon. So doing these events, SmackDown and Backlash in Lyon, is a huge deal for them. If you're a wrestling fan over there, you're starved for some live events.
Yeah.
And not only are they giving you a live event, they're giving you a live event in your time zone. You could go see this at night, 7, 8 o'clock at night, your own time. Whereas you're watching the WWE shows for the most part, you're watching WrestleMania, it's going till, 6, 7 in the morning for you. It's crazy what the European fans have to deal with. But this was catered to them. This was a big event for them, and they showed up big time. And I was happy to see it. I was happy that there was an appetite for it. It's like, oh, they don't go there. Maybe they don't like it out there. Oh, no, they do.
Yeah.
There are WWE fans
It's a
everywhere.
hot market.
And you can see France, they love pro wrestling. Le catch, as they call it.
No, it was.
They call it le catch.
Yeah.
You know that?
But it's it's fantastic to see because you don't often hear about France, especially when people talk about Europe. It's always England, Germany, maybe another
Ireland.
Ireland's got a big bump in the last 20 years. But France has never really had a foothold or people going oh yeah, if you want to perform and be a wrestler, you gotta get the audiences in France to be on your side.
Yeah.
So you often think well, I guess maybe they're just not interested, and stereotypes about French and being snooty and thinking it's American. But no, they
Right.
love this stuff.
No, they were right into it. They were right into it.
They love all the ups and downs and twists and turns.
It was beautiful to see, and they said also just over 12,000 people, and it was the largest gate for any arena show in the history of the WWE with 12,000 people.
Yeah, which is saying something.
They made more money on the ticket sales for this show than any arena show in the history of the WWE. Now, they've done shows at the Bell Center with 20,000 people, and they didn't make as much money. This is 12,000 people. So if I'm doing the math, that means they charged a lot for tickets.
In euros.
And they were probably very expensive. I didn't check to see what the prices were for tickets. I'm guessing it was a sellout. And, those tickets must have been real expensive. When I saw the attendance and then the money that they made, saying that it was the most money they ever made for an arena, I was like, oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know why they brag about this. It's so crazy because they're bragging about how much they're charging for tickets. That's the only thing they're bragging about. They're like, and UFC does this too, and they do it consistently. They're like, we've run this arena 10 times, and we've made more money this time than we ever made by 10 times the amount. And it's like, okay, well, you sold it out every other time, and you sold it out here. It's not like you sold more tickets.
No.
You're selling the same amount of tickets, but you're making way more money. You don't tell us, it's because we charged the whole time. They just go, the gate was amazing, record-breaking gate. And you're supposed to go, but me, as a ticket buyer, I go, well, fuck off, man.
Yeah. So what, that ticket that used to be $150 is now selling for $450?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you've made things unaffordable, basically.
For the top of 1%.
Cool, thanks. It's I don't understand why fans cheer for that.
Yeah.
Fans are like, oh, the gate, wow. I'm like, yeah, you're getting screwed. You understand they're just overcharging you now, and you're paying anyways. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but Triple H is making money. Triple H, yeah.
Exactly.
The boss.
It's crazy. Bragging about the gate. And then the fans fans applaud. I get that they want to brag they're making money, fine, but the fans being like, yeah, more money for them. It's like, well, it's your money that's your money.
Yeah.
I'm just like, well, shit. What are you gonna do to cut us a break once in a while?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Is merch gonna be cheaper?
No. No.
It's
like, okay, thanks, buddy. Good
more
for you.
More meet and greets.
Good for you. Good for you, Triple H. I'm not going to turn this into a Barry Triple H show because it could easily devolve into just Barry Triple H for being a garbage wrestler and a guy that's just overhyped and overloved right now. Did tonight's show seem particularly creative to you?
I mean,
creatively, booking-wise, did they do anything earth-shattering? Did they set us up for anything future-wise that's interesting?
oh, the Judgment Day is collapsing.
Don't care. I like the addition of Tanga Loa. I like what Solo's doing, starting his own bloodline with Paul Heyman kind of held captive.
Yeah, I like that.
That's but you know what? I think that's mostly Heyman.
Yeah, he's writing that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think like people want to be like Triple H. It's like, well, you just gave Heyman power to book some stuff. Good for you. Smart move, I guess.
Yeah, just
and then Heyman puts him over. This man, he's so intelligent and what a smart guy, and I love him so
Heyman.
much, Mr. Levesque. And I'm like, yeah, but he's just because he puts you over and he gives you.
He's giving you a green light.
He gives you what you want.
Vince used to be like, "No, we're not doing that. Damn it! Shut up, Paul."
He just likes you, so cool. I mean, it's just a boys' club kissing each other's asses. You know what I mean? Don't buy into it. Don't buy into it. Is what I'm telling you. Don't buy into the lies. Don't buy into a world champion who brings out Bruce Pritchard and Hunter Hearst Helmsley to celebrate with him at WrestleMania.
As Public Enemy said, not the wrestlers. Don't believe the hype.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the wrestlers said that too. Rocco Rock.
Yeah, probably. And as Stone Cold Steve Austin taught us, don't trust anybody. DTA, brother. Ryan Katz in the chat. Leor in the chat. He says, Hunico was fun. He's Camacho. He was Camacho, yes. He wants to know, I just learned that Tanga Loa is Camacho, but I don't remember how bad of a wrestler he was. What do you guys think of this signing? So, yeah, I don't really remember Camacho that much because he really didn't work that much.
He was like a muscle.
Yeah, he was kind of Hunico's backup. But I am familiar with Tanga Loa and his work in New Japan. I saw him wrestle a lot. He is solid. Him and his brother, Tama Tonga, are very good. Multiple-time IWGP Tag Team Champions together, as you heard on the broadcast. I think they were talking about Tama as like, hey, he's a multiple-time IWGP Tag Team Champion.
Corey Graves said that, yeah.
And I was like, yeah, and where's his brother? Who I thought you signed his brother. He was the partner. And then there he was in the match, and it was good to see him. Kevin Owens hitting that splash off the apron through a table. Awesome. And then I like when Kevin, was it off the apron or? No, he did a splash, Kevin, off the barricade.
Yeah.
And he like went up and posed, and the crowd was like, yeah. And then Kevin did a splash off the barricade on Tama. And then Randy kind of stood up on the barricade and did a pose, and the crowd like popped, and then he just kind of hopped down and didn't do a splash because he doesn't do that, and the crowd was like, whoa, and Randy was like, come on. You could tell Randy was having fun, which I really enjoyed. I like having fun, Randy, instead of serious Viper voices in my head, Randy. I don't like that, Randy. Yeah. I like this Randy. This version of Randy's more fun.
A little like the dude, kind of reminds me of Randy.
Yeah.
Just kind of like, Randy abides. He's just kind of laid back.
A little bit of the Riddle has rubbed off on him, I think.
Yeah.
Just
the better parts.
The fun-loving. Yeah, the better parts. Randy hit an RKO on the table on Solo in this one. Tanga Loa taking that Owens Plex off the top through the chairs. That bed of chairs. That was maybe the nastiest bump of the night. Although we saw some... I don't know. Kairi Sane probably took the worst bumps of the night. Good God Almighty. We'll talk about that. New tag team champions, by the way, as predicted. Tama took that big move from Kevin Owens, and Kevin Owens crawled over, went to pin him, but Tanga Loa shows up, pulls the referee out of the ring to break the count. Tanga hits Kevin and Randy with the steel steps. Solo hit a rock bottom on Kevin Owens through some chairs, and then hit the Samoan spike on Kevin for the pin. Awesome match. Just a fantastic match between four guys that went above and beyond, doing so much, just having so much fun in there. The crowd was pushing them forward. It was a great opener. It was a great move. And seeing Tanga Loa in there, I think, is really good because it It adds to this new group, this new bloodline that Solo is forming that maybe Roman will have to fight against. I envision Solo,
Super chat.
Tama Tonga, Tangaloa versus
Roman and the Usos.
Roman and the Usos.
Maybe War Games, baby.
Maybe War Games, maybe SummerSlam, you know. I could see it at the Slam of the Summer. Hopefully we see the Tribal Chief back by then. I think we all miss Roman Reigns.
I miss Roman Reigns.
I miss Roman Reigns. I do. There was a time when I couldn't fathom saying that, but I do miss Roman Reigns. I kind of wish he was around. But they're building something in his absence, and you know that the more they build it, the more his return will mean something. Like if they build this group and they're acknowledging themselves and they're standing there and they've got these people and they've got Heyman looking terrified in the corner and they're dragging him around. When Roman's music finally hits, the crowd is going to go nuts. And if they hit it at the right time, if Roman comes back at a certain point, it's the right time, it's going to be huge. They have the potential to do something great with this angle. They could do so much. They could go so many directions. You've got Roman Reigns. You've got Jimmy Uso. You've got Jey Uso. You've got The Rock. You've got Tama Tonga, Tangaloa, Solo Sikoa, Paul Heyman. All these elements swirling around. And then you go, okay, well, are there more? Is Jacob Fatu out there? Is he coming? Is
Rikishi going to have a promo?
What about Tangaloa and Tama Tonga's brother? The big one. They got a big one. You know the big one?
That's not Bad Luck Fale? No.
No. Tama Tonga, Tangaloa, brother. Hikuleo is what they called him. But, yeah, I want to see them together, like, standing, because you could tell how ginormous Hikuleo is. He's just so big. Is this them? No. I can show you one photo of them. But he's bigger. There's another one. Mm-hmm. The Sons of Haku, there are 3. And Hikuleo is the other one. So here's a picture of these guys. I think I can show this to you. Might screw up the whole broadcast, but we'll try it. There it is. You see him? You see Hikuleo? It's this one.
Yeah.
That one there. So there's Tangaloa, there's Tama Tonga, there's Hikuleo. I don't know if they signed Hikuleo, but it would be good if they did. Because adding him to the mix, you know what I mean? Ooh. Then you have because he's really big.
Maybe you got a stable going.
You got a real group. You got some stuff happening there. So, I don't know who they've signed. You know, they've kept it under wraps pretty good. I didn't hear a lot about Tangaloa signing to WWE before this. There were rumors, but I don't know if it was confirmed or whatever. So now that they have him in there, I think it's really good. And it made for a very cool finish to this match. It gave you an out for Kevin and Randy to lose. You know, it gave you a reason. And it's like, all right, well, they lost because there was outside interference that was unexpected. So, you know?
Yeah. They still can't escape Bloodline shenanigans. I like that. Like, even though Roman got defeated, the Bloodline, like, and stuff like that, like the interferences and the tomfoolery and stuff to costume matches still happens. So there's still a battle there.
Yeah.
There's still a struggle.
Yeah.
They're not, like, free of the Bloodline. I like that.
It's very good. And, you know, it was match of the night. Right? What do you think? You like the
I think the next match was my favorite match of the night, the triple threat match with Bayley, Naomi, and Tiffany Stratton. I think that was my favorite match of the night. I think that had told a great story. I think it did a great job of establishing Tiffany Stratton as someone who like clearly belongs there.
Yeah,
she never felt out of place.
Yeah.
I think they also were buoyed by the crowd response. Like Naomi did a pretty crazy spot where she jumped onto Bayley from the
Yeah, she did a blockbuster.
Yeah,
off
Blockbuster,
off the barricade.
Yeah, that was nuts.
Yeah, it was sweet.
That was nuts. They both took like big head bumps there on like the ground. Like
That match was very good.
yeah, and or like Tiffany was trying to do her like cartwheel into the Alabama Slam, but Naomi reversed and did a cartwheel of her own. Then Tiffany did another cartwheel, just like crazy strength.
Yeah.
And then dumped her on the Alabama Slammed her on the table.
Yeah.
That was really cool. I love the finish. It was just like a quick roll up, it was just like the little reversal roll ups, and then Bayley just snagged out a win. There was no finisher. Didn't feel super formulaic.
Yeah.
And also they didn't fall into those traps sometimes with triple threat matches where they don't really do much with the three wrestlers involved. They kind of like throw one out of the ring and then just kind of have a solo match until one person then flies out and then another one comes in. It's just like a series of single match spots.
Yeah.
There's a lot of spots involving all three women, and no, I was very impressed. That's my match of the night.
Ooh, okay. I thought that was a very good match. I like the tag team match a little bit better, but I like the women's triple threat too. Bayley getting the win. I like the finish, the back and forth roll-ups where somebody actually wins with one. They do that spot so often in wrestling.
Why not?
It's nice to see it actually work, because if it doesn't work once in a while, then why do you ever do it?
Yeah.
So it's got to work once in a while so that everybody else can keep doing it. Because if everybody does a spot and no one ever wins with it, why are you doing this spot? It's not a thing that should be done in wrestling if it's not effective. But then it was effective, and Bayley kind of won, beating Naomi, and it was cool. It was a cool way to beat Naomi because it wasn't like hit the finish, beat her 1, 2, 3. It was like, oh, I stole one from you, Naomi. We're still friends, and you're still cool.
Mm-hmm. I like that too. I like that storyline a bit at the end there, where Naomi kind of hugs Bayley and raises her hand.
Yeah,
and there seems friendship because Bianca is not trusting of Bayley. She's got problems.
Yeah.
So if her friend Naomi is very trusting of Bayley, Bianca might have some problems with that. And there's a lot of interesting directions that can go in.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think there's a lot to do there in the SmackDown Women's Division.
Yeah, it's very strong.
It's very strong. There's way more to do on SmackDown than there is on Raw. But they got the Damage Control now on Raw, so maybe they could add to it. I mean, Damage Control on Raw is going to make a big difference for Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
That was, I think, the biggest move of the whole draft is putting all of Damage Control on Raw, because you go from all those people on SmackDown, Asuka, Kyrie, Io, Dakota, and now they're all on Raw, and they're, top-level women's wrestlers, and Raw really needed that. So that was a big, big boost for Monday Night Raw, and now the Damage Control has lost the Tag Team Championships. They'll be exclusive to Raw, so you really won't be seeing them on SmackDown anymore, which is good. And I think it'll be good for Becky. It'll be good for, it'll be good for the whole Raw Women's Division. Yeah, so that's a big one. That's a big one indeed. Match of the night for me, is a tag team match. Randy and Kevin losing to Solo and Tama. His match of the night is Tiffy Time, Bayley, and Naomi, with Bayley getting the win. Tiffany Stratton, though, again, an impressive performance. She looks like $1 million. She looks like a star, and she wrestles just like...
She doesn't botch.
When she's in there, she's just... She fits.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, there's Naomi, there's Bayley, oh, there's Tiffany Stratton. Yep.
Yeah.
She's just as big and just as familiar at this point as they are. She doesn't seem like she's the new one and she's out of place. It's just you see her and you're like, oh, yeah, there she is. And, oh, man, she did this some cool. Oh, that was cool. And it's like, oh, her and Bayley, this is going to be good. She just she jumped in really fast and has become just one of them, one of the better ones. And where she can hang with Naomi and Bayley and have a, good triple threat where obviously she's learning and she's getting better. But, again, you compare her to Jade Cargill's performance tonight, it's like, goddamn, Tiffany Stratton's really good. It's really good because Jade was not too good tonight.
Should we get into that?
Jade won a belt, but Tiffy did not, but it's a matter of time for Tiffy time. And we'll see about Jade, how long the clock will run on her.
Is there a storm brewing?
Yeah, I don't know. Doug Hepburn said, dropping a super chat, he says, Dave, you never mentioned me. Funk the Yanks.
Oh!
Hey, Doug, dropping a super chat to talk about the Yankees. It's great, Doug, because I know you're a big Tigers fan, and the Yankees have beat the Tigers 2 in a row. Just before we finished watching Backlash, the Yankees finished off the Tigers for a 5-3 victory this afternoon. We were watching the Yanks and Backlash. We had a great time today.
Yeah.
And we went to a carnival.
Yeah, had a good time.
Took my children to a carnival.
I'm not one of your children.
No, he's not my child. He's their uncle. He's the uncle of my children, and he went with his niece and nephew.
Mm-hmm.
And I went with my daughter and son, who happen to be the same people as his niece and nephew. That's how uncles work.
Rode the teacups.
Yeah, he rode the teacup. I did too, actually. We all rode the teacups.
Big spins.
Big spins. I'm still a little dizzy.
I feel a little like, ooh. But, yeah, Yankees win, Tigers, struggling.
Hell yeah. Go
Yeah.
Yankees. Sorry, Doug.
Sorry, Doug,
Patrick Deneau, member of the team, says, match of the night was the opener. It was fun to watch in the afternoon. 5-match card. Feels like a little cheap to me. Average show, 6 on 10. I agree. It felt kind of flimsy. It wasn't a great show because not a lot happened. And the matches were, they were good. But after seeing AEW Dynasty, it's like it's a different level. Nothing was anywhere close to Bryan and Ospreay, or really Swerve and Joe, or or Bucks and FTR. Man, that Dynasty pay-per-view was so damn good. And yeah, Backlash was pretty good. We had good matches. I wouldn't say anything was really, really bad. But even my match of the night, I don't know. It might be on a match of the year list, honestly. It was pretty good, but the triple threat too was really good. But I just feel like the matches were all good, but none of them were
Yeah, I gotta watch that spot again.
Yeah, without the crowd, is it as hot?
Yeah, if the show was in Greensboro, North Carolina.
Yeah, I don't know. They'll be in Greensboro in a couple weeks for Raw.
Flair Country, brother.
That's right. They're in, where are they Monday? Monday, and they're in Hartford, Connecticut, WWE country. Raw
Home
in
office.
Hartford, brother. But yeah, it didn't feel like a big event. It didn't have a big fight feel. The crowd was into it. The wrestling was solid, but it wasn't exceptional. It was nothing that I go, oh my God. It wasn't mind-blowing. But, it was good.
Yeah, very good.
Ryan?
6 on 10 feels like a appropriate score.
Ryan Katz says anything Meltzer says about AEW matches, he always adds more than it's actually more stars than it's actually worth. I mean, stars are ridiculous. I don't understand his star system. I just thought Dynasty was a much better show than this, and AEW in the ring, it tends to be better than WWE as far as their top matches are usually better than WWE's top matches. Because it's more of a wrestling-based product. But WWE builds their shows way better, and they have more moments. It's a different type of wrestling. I just don't understand Meltzer's star rating. How can you have a scale on 5 and then give people 8? It's yo.
What's the value?
Well, what's the point of a 5? What's the point of saying, this is on 5, and then being 6, 7? It's you're just exaggerating. He's doing it to get people angry at him.
Yeah.
He's doing it
trolling.
He's trolling to get people like Ryan Katz mad. But it's why do you care how many stars this guy puts on a match? It's never affected me and never really meant anything to me because I watch matches and I know if I like them or not, and I don't really care if other people like them or not. It doesn't affect my enjoyment of things.
Yeah, it's
don't put other people's opinions on what you like. If you're, the only guy that likes chocolate cake and everybody likes vanilla, don't be like, oh, man, maybe chocolate cake sucks. No, you like it, so eat it.
It's okay.
It's no problem. Everybody's got their own preferences and tastes, and just because, one person likes something more than, he likes a triple threat as his match of the night. I like the tag team match. I'm not going to argue with him.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, fine. That's what he liked better. I don't think it was a bad match. If it was a horrible match, I'd be like, what are you talking about? If you said that the women's tag team match was better than the men's tag team match, I go, what? Did you see it?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? But to say the triple threat was better than the tag match is yeah, it's pretty good. I'm good with it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not like a a personal value statement.
And then for people to go at Meltzer and be like, whoa, it's like, yo, it's his opinion on a match. Like, it's art, it's subjective. Who cares?
Yeah, like I like watching old Siskel and Eberts. But if Ebert said he didn't like a movie that I really liked, I would be like, oh, I'm never gonna watch another episode.
Yeah, you're not gonna go, oh, maybe I was wrong.
There's quite a few movies that I love that Roger Ebert gave famously bad reviews to.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, fuck his opinion forever.
You're not gonna write to Ebert too and be like, fuck you, Ebert, you dick.
Why don't you like Josie and the Pussycats, Ebert?
Oh, it's because he likes this movie studio better than the other movie studio. He's biased.
He's a Spielberg crony.
And maybe he is.
Yeah, or he was.
And who cares?
Bonanima.
You know what I mean? Who cares?
Yeah.
So a lot of people that cover sports and entertainment like one more than another because sometimes it's genuine and how they feel, but sometimes it's because they get more stuff from the other side. They get access or money or T-shirts or hot dogs or whatever it is,
Autographs.
That's what it is, man.
Autograph hot dogs.
It's very simple. Like, it's not a complicated system. And for people to get mad at people that review things, be like, I like this more than this. Well, fuck you. You're an idiot. I hate you. It's like, yeah, well, don't watch, man. Watch me. I'm better.
Or just leave it at that.
I'm more better.
Like it.
Way more better. Yeah, exactly. Leave it at that.
It's okay to like something. It's okay to not like something.
A lot of people like things that I don't like.
Yeah.
If I went after everybody that was a Taylor Swift fan, if you're a grown man that's a Taylor Swift fan, if I went after all those guys,
there'd be a lot of them who would have something to say. A lot of grown men.
Yeah, there's a lot of grown men that like Taylor Swift. You know, I mean, I could go after them and be like, "You're wrong," because I do think it's wrong. But I'm not gonna, because I don't care enough. I don't care. Like Taylor Swift if you want to. Just because I think she's trash doesn't mean you have to.
A couple good songs.
I've never heard a good Taylor Swift song. I never heard a Taylor Swift song I liked. Everything she does just irritates me. I see her, I'm like, ugh. What is this? People like this? Ugh.
Very much so.
I wouldn't like that at all. It's not my kind of thing.
It's one of the closest things to monoculture almost at this moment.
I don't know. I like what they call urban music. She's not very urban to me. She seems like suburban music. You know what I mean? She does that suburb music. I don't fuck with that. Fucking Taylor Swift. She sucks. She does suck, man. You think she doesn't suck?
She's all right.
Man, well, fuck you. Fuck you for thinking it. I'm going to fight you for that. That's where I draw the line. You think she's all right, eh?
Yeah.
You suck. If you become like a Swiftie, man, we're going to have problems. You can't, if you go to a Taylor Swift concert, it's going to be a big problem. If you spend $100 on Taylor Swift.
I think someone would buy a ticket for me, maybe.
Oh, I'm going to disrespect you big time. I'm going to talk mad shit to you. Just saying.
I couldn't afford it.
It's going to happen. Talking mad shit.
Yeah.
I'm ready to talk mad shit to you now, but I'm going to keep it wrestling. We're going to keep it wrestling. So Bayley won the triple threat match. I thought was really good. I do want to mention that I liked when Paul Heyman was begging Solo and Tama and Tonga not to continue beating up Kevin Owens. He's like, please don't. Why did he do that? He doesn't like Kevin Owens, but he's just tired of the violence. It seems like he's like, God, this is crazy. You guys are nuts. Chill out, And I liked when Heyman walked backstage and when it was Tama, Tonga, and Solo all passing Jey Uso and kind of giving him a look, and Jay's looking at them, and then Heyman walks by Jey Uso, and he's like,
Help me.
He's just dejected, and Jay gives a good Jay's facial reaction there was really good. Like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
That was good. I really enjoyed that.
I wanted the, destruction of the bloodline, but not like this.
Yeah, well, that's it. It's like the bloodline, Roman's bloodline has been destroyed, but what's replaced it is a bigger, scarier, more dangerous monster, you know? It's like they've created a monster in Solo Sikoa.
Yeah, be careful what you wish for,
They taught him how to do it, but now he's doing it at a crazier, scarier level that they're not prepared for. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a good story.
It's pretty cool. They've done well there. They've done well. Damian Priest beat Jey Uso. JD McDonuts interfered. Finn Balor interfered. Jay hit the big splash from the top, but JD put Damian Priest's foot on the ropes to stop the 3 count. Jey Uso did a dive on JD. He got tired of JD interfering, so he dove on him through the ropes, and then he went to the top rope to finish off Damian Priest, but of course Priest had recovered by that point, drops Uso down, crotches on the top rope, then he hit the super south of heaven from the top for the 1-2-3, the big super choke slam off the second rope. Nice finisher. I like Damian Priest's finishing move, and I like when he hits it off the second rope. Like, that was a cool finish. The match itself was pretty basic.
Yeah, pretty boring.
Priest beats Jey Uso to retain the world title. JD and Finn attacked Jey Uso after the match. Damian Priest didn't like it, though, and pulled them off of him, and he seemed pretty mad that they were helping and interfering. I guess Priest wants to be doing it on his own, and he's upset that the rest of the Judgment Day isn't allowing it to happen. So, something going on there. I'm not really invested in it. Like, maybe Priest versus Finn going forward?
But, like, without Dominic and Rhea, what is the judge? Like, it's really, like, unfortunate timing what happened there. You know? That's why I thought, like, I was picking Jey Uso to win the belt, because I think the injuries have caused, like, I don't know, like, in my way of looking at it, it's like caused, like, maybe an audible to be called that, like, maybe we won't have this Judgment Day storyline after all.
No.
If we don't have all the players.
They're sticking to it.
Yeah, for better or worse.
By the way, on our preview show last night, I predicted every single match correctly, which kind of sucks. I don't really like doing that because I want to be surprised, but I was not surprised.
I almost felt for a second like Jay was going to win. He finally hit the splash. A second.
I didn't think ever. It was never in doubt. Never in doubt.
Ooh, Dave Van Horn over here.
Let me tell you something, brother. So that match happened, and then we had the tag team match.
Okay.
Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair beat the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane, to become the new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. Kairi hit a nasty crossbody off the top rope to the floor on Bianca. That was just rough. It looked like it knocked Bianca silly.
She was out of the match for a bit.
The match kind of fell apart after that. I don't know. Jade was walking around, looking lost. Moves were not really hit. At one point, Kairi just kind of scooped Jade's leg and took her down, and it was weird, and then she went for a pin attempt.
But she wasn't the legal wrestler, and then the ref was trying to let her know that, and then she went for an armbar, and the ref was just trying to pull her off.
Yeah.
And go like, and he was almost saying, like, go to the corner. Like, he was like, and then, like, Jade just, like, picks her up and, like, threw her into the corner. And, like,
yeah, it was very rough.
Very rough.
It was very rough. Jade looked like she was being very rough with Kairi and Asuka. I think the worst bump of the night was when they did this tag team finish move where Bianca spiked Kairi with a DDT and then kicks her into Jade, who flings her into a German suplex and tossed her halfway across the ring.
Way high in the air. Super high up in the air.
I thought Kairi was dead. I mean, it was fucking devastating. It was rough as hell. Jade, she looked lost in a lot of that match, and when she wasn't lost, she looked like she was hurting people.
Or gassed.
Or, yeah, really gassed.
Yeah, like...
Oh, it was rough.
And the match just didn't end.
And they looked like they were very relieved by the time it got to the finish. Jade managed to hit her finisher on Kairi, which was pretty damn cool how she got into it. Like, grabbed her, lifted her, spun her, lifted her again. Like
I thought something horrible was going to go wrong just by how the match was going, but no, that was a smooth spot.
Yeah, it was like the finish of the match, and it was like, oh, finally we got something that worked, and it was cool, you know? Like, that worked, but there was so much that didn't. That next Botchamania is going to be all over this match, I'm telling you. There was a lot. There was a lot to break down. It was rough ski.
And, like, Jay was trying to do, like, a gorilla press, like a military press, and either Kairi was maybe sandbagging.
Oh, yeah.
Or something, but, like, Jay was just, like, couldn't, like, go and then just kind of like fell with her. Like,
Yeah, I think Kyrie's a little stiff, and then people are stiff with Kyrie, and this is not the first time where things go a little left with Kyrie.
with the Nia Jax.
Charlotte Flair, there was a thing once too.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't Kyrie like concussed, and then Charlotte like picked her up and powerbombed her really hard on the outside?
I think it was Nia.
I thought it was
Nia
Charlotte.
like threw her into the corner. She was like trying, and then like she bumped her head, and then like,
I'm telling you, Kyrie's always involved in something.
Yeah.
There's always something with her. She's good, and I like her wrestling, but I feel like she's stiff, and then people stiff her, and things get a little wild.
A little
sometimes.
personal.
Yeah, I think things go a little crazy in her matches. I really do, and this one was rough. Jade and Bianca though wind up new tag team champions. Good for them.
Yep.
They're cool as a tag team. They look cool together. Bianca really shows how good she is in the ring. She can, clean it up and fix it. She hits the KOD, pinned Asuka, and got out of there. Bianca's going to have to do a lot of the work, and Jade is going to have to get better. Something.
Yeah. Something missing. There's a piece missing.
Yeah.
It's like a fluidity footwork,
It's weird because she seems worse in WWE than she was in AEW.
Yeah. AEW, it was a lot more just like a squash. Like, she didn't have to, like, take offense. Like, she's got to sell for Asuka, and it was just, like, a little awkward looking, like, watching her trying to take those, like, elbow shots and stuff. Because she can't just squash Asuka.
Yeah. She basically just worked squash matches in AEW, and now WWE's trying to put her in real wrestling matches, and it's not really working.
Not quite.
You think they regret it? Signing her?
I mean, they signed her to a lot, eh?
I think so.
Is that like what it feels like? I mean, for them, money probably doesn't matter, so it's not like...
But, I mean, so far, I think they can make it work, but they can't watch the match tonight and go, yeah, it's great, everything's perfect.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think they're going to pull the plug.
Because it's dangerous. Like, she's so big and she's doing crazy moves. Like, somebody could get seriously hurt there. If I was one of her opponents, I'd be a little worried.
That's why
I wouldn't want to wrestle her.
I was thinking about, like, do people intentionally avoid that, like, push kick?
I think
because
they
it felt
do.
Like Asuka did tonight.
Oh, yeah, I think they do.
Yeah. They're just like, yeah, I'm just not going to take it. Like, I'm sorry, Jade. Like, I'm not going to.
I think people avoid her for sure.
Yeah. I don't know.
New tag team champions. We'll see what they do. Probably they'll wrestle Doudrop and Chelsea Green on Raw or something.
Yeah.
They like that.
Or
Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell, maybe.
Katana Chance and Kaden Carter.
Jeez. Is there anything else in that division? Like maybe Kabuki Warriors again?
Yeah. Or Io and Dakota if they want, or some kind of combination of Damage Control.
Do you even try to do Kabuki Warriors again? Because this one was pretty...
If there's heat, I don't know.
This was rough.
Also, hasn't Asuka been hurt this whole time? Like, I don't know. That's why they made it a 6-person tag at Mania. And,
yeah.
I don't know. And she didn't do too much in this match.
No.
I don't know. If Asuka needs to take some time off.
There was a lot of Kyrie in this match. And it was... I felt bad for Kyrie. She took a lot.
Yeah, those power bombs from Jade just hit hard. Like her head just like slammed on the mat, like no bounce.
Yeah.
Like you usually get a concussion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what the future holds for Jade. But I don't think they're gonna pull the plug, at least for the next few months. I think they're gonna keep trying this.
And the finish was weird too. It wasn't clear who was legal.
Yeah.
That was a weird one. I don't know. That was the worst match of the night for sure.
Oh, yeah, easily.
We didn't do a score on 10. I saw a couple scores on 10. I think I saw a 6.
Yeah, I agree with the 6. A 6 is
6 seems about right. I'm going to go with 6.5.
Yeah, the crowd really.
The crowd was good. I mean, it was almost a 7 because it wasn't an objectionable card. It wasn't offensive or bad or anything. It just wasn't particularly amazing. I think it's a 6.5 because the Yankees won and the crowd was good.
It's always a nice little point boost.
But yeah, it was okay, but it was kind of like there. It was kind of boring, and it just. The
main event, I didn't really care for.
It was okay.
It felt like a very house show, just kind of going through the motions.
I mean, they did what they did. It wasn't a great match. It was a fine match. Cody beat AJ Styles, hit one crossroads, and just pinned him.
Yeah.
Which was weird.
I wonder if it's an AJ thing, because there's a lot of times where there's like hyped up matches with AJ that just don't quite have the right payoff. They always kind of feel a little underwhelming. His matches with Nakamura that like really hyped up.
I thought the match was fine though. I'm giving this a 7 overall. I'm going with a 7 because it was fine. It was all right. What did I give Dynasty? Like 8.5? I think. Maybe even a 9. It was goddamn good, Dynasty. It was so much better than this. That's why, like, if I gave Dynasty 8.5, this feels like more than a 1.5 below Dynasty.
Yeah.
Feels like at least a couple of points
below. There were a
lot
of wrestlers missing, too.
Yeah.
No Punk.
There was just not a lot of star power, not a lot of hype, not a lot of pizzazz on this card. The crowd was the pizzazz, but, whatever. Cody just beats AJ. I thought the finish was kind of a dud finish. The crowd was so hot, and the match was kind of going along, and then crossroads, pin him, get him out of there. Yeah. And I feel like they're going to go back to Cody and AJ again real soon. And off that finish, it doesn't really work for me. If you hit one crossroads and you could beat him...
Why does AJ come out on Monday being like, I want another shot?
What chance does he have?
Unless it's like
Friday.
a
SmackDown.
number one contender match or something that he wins again.
Mm-hmm. So I don't want to see this match again. I don't think you can do it again.
I really want an LA Knight Cody feud. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe a little later.
It's not going to happen because.
But LA, I think. I think the fans might.
Yeah, it might happen. Actually, they're both on SmackDown, right? I guess.
Maybe SummerSlam.
That's babyface on babyface, though. The crowd's going to have to decide.
I don't know.
LA Knight will be the underdog. They might side with him. That could screw up Cody Rhodes' babyface run. I don't know if they want to do that right now. I get it, but I don't know if they do that with LA Knight. I think they're going to try and push LA Knight, but avoid Cody for now.
I'm guessing the King of the Ring doesn't get a title shot.
I don't think so.
They used to.
Yeah. I'll go with a 7. I'm giving it a 7. I'm being nice. Yankees won, so you get an extra half point there.
Big Tony hit a home run.
Yankees have won 2 in a row, so that's pretty nice. So it's a 7 for me.
Yeah.
What do you get? 6 for you? I'm seeing Doug Hepburn 6.5 on 10. Fun show with Nick at 1 in the afternoon. Yeah, that's it. I watched it with my kids, so that was fun. Nice to watch a WWE show with the kids in the afternoon. Went to the carnival. We actually started watching the show at 2 o'clock. It started at 1, but we started at 2, and we were able to skip video packages and entrances. We saw all the matches. We saw all the meat of the show and did it in just under 2 hours.
And we went live as they were introducing the Cody, I think.
Yeah, we got live. We got caught up just as the main event was getting introduced.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, we managed to actually watch the show in 2 hours after spending a couple hours at the carnival today.
Mbappe.
Tremendous.
Oh, I want Mbappe to show.
Ryan Katz goes to 6.5 on 10. Doug Hepburn 7.5 on 10. Our father says, did they not used to call it WrestleMania Backlash? Yeah, they did.
I called it that, damn it.
Yeah, they did.
It's got to have WrestleMania involved. That's how anyone's going to give a crap about it.
Super chat.
If it calls WrestleMania.
Doug Hepburn just dropped a super chat. He says, Tigers win tomorrow.
I don't know about that.
We'll see, Doug. I'm hoping for the Yankees to sweep the Tigers tomorrow. Let's go, Yankees! Nice to see the Yankees win today. Yankees win yesterday. Nice walk-off yesterday in the bottom of the 9th.
Big G.
Big G!
Big Tony.
Get the walk-off, and then today, put up a 5 spot, hold it down. It was 5-1 at one point, and then, Tigers started coming back, but the bullpen held up. We win 5-3. Another victory.
Super chat.
So I'm happy with that. Shout out Doug Hepburn. You are the Super Chat leader of the night or of the afternoon. But, your Tigers aren't as good as the Yankees. I like that he's super chatting about how the Yankees suck.
Yeah. It's like
And the Tigers win and everything. But, it's nice, and I appreciate the support. He's, like, supporting the show, but also, like, trash-talking the Yankees.
Yeah.
So it's like, I like it, but I don't like it.
it's like, hey.
It's like, take it easy, Doug.
Yeah, with the win. Don't make me trash talk the Tigers now.
But I actually like it because the Yankees keep beating the Tigers, so he can talk all he wants. But
that cheater AJ Hinch is their manager. From the Astros.
Oh man,
Yeah,
Astros stink.
yeah, he's got a bit of stink.
Nobody wants that Astros stink. Astro World, pretty good. Astro
Well,
stink.
Astro World stink though.
What do you mean?
Well, wasn't that Astro World?
Oh yeah, the festival thing.
Yeah.
When I tell people I went to the Astro World tour, people think I went to the thing where people died.
That was
But-
in Houston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the Astro World tour was the Travis show that we went to.
That was amazing.
It was the tour of Astro World, and it was very cool.
I was like one of the bigger people there.
Yeah, me too.
I remember going to like a mosh pit there and just like knocking everybody off.
Yeah.
The like, thing and being like, ah!
No one could touch me.
Oh, it was a fun show.
Yeah.
The Sheck West opening.
I remember walking like through a mosh pit with like a big joint in my hand, in my mouth, just like, and then not worried about it falling, just being like, I'm gonna one hand everybody around here. Get out of here! Get out of here! Get out of here! Just pushing people trying to push into me, and then I throw them, and they go flying 10 feet. That was really fun. It was really fun. Doug Hepburn says AJ beat Dave up for me.
AJ Hinch.
I think AJ DeLessio,
Oh.
but I don't know if AJ could, honestly. I think he might be able to, but he doesn't train as much as I do these days,
Yeah.
So
On paper maybe. But
on paper maybe, but like the age gap
rubber meets the road.
the age gap with me and AJ is, he's at an age and I'm at an age, like he's at an age where it's like it's starting to really slip, and I'm at an age where I'm still good. You know what I mean? And the lack of training and exercise. AJ's got like bad shoulders, bad knee. Like I know what's bad on AJ's body. I have no real injuries. I don't have any kind of problems. So on paper, AJ's a brown belt in jiu-jitsu. I'm a blue belt, but like I'm also a blue belt who trains consistently, and AJ doesn't. So I don't know. He doesn't go that much.
We'll have to see.
He got a brown belt a very long time ago. You know what I mean? Most guys that got a brown belt when AJ got a brown belt are black belts by now. I'm big time disrespecting you, AJ. Bring it.
This is pitch.
I really hope he's watching because he'd be so mad. He'd be so mad. He'd be like, Dave! Oh, I know it. I hope he sees this. AJ, I hope you see this. Because I'm going to get you. I keep
calling him out.
I keep wanting to roll with him, and and it's become a thing where I just kind of say I'm going to beat him up just to try and, it's like that WWE thing where you're trying to get a match with a guy.
You have no balls.
And I just tell him he has no balls. I'm like, you have no balls.
He's like,
You're scared of me. I'd beat you up. But he still never comes to the gym. Because Fred and I go to the same jiu-jitsu gym, and we want AJ to come with us, but he never does. He never, ever has and never does, and we want him to come. So we just kind of say, oh, you're scared, you're weak, but he still never comes. So maybe he is scared. He should be scared of Fred more than me, to be honest.
I'm scared of Fred.
Fred trains like way more than I do. Fred's a beast. My goodness. Fred is the champion of the show, I think. I think Fred takes AJ right now. I think I take AJ too. I think me and Fred both take AJ. How about that? But Fred takes me. How about that? All right. What are we talking about? Doug saying AJ beat up Dave for me. That's not happening, Doug. Although maybe it will. Who knows? If he does it, it won't be for you. It'll be for himself. Maybe it'll be for you. What are we talking about? Are we done? Okay. Yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody. We love you. We'll see you again soon. I'll be back when? Thursday night, 8 p.m. for Ringside Report MMA. I know UFC 301 is tonight, but it is such a terrible card. We're not doing a watch-along for it. We'll do a watch-along for UFC 302. And we'll do another post-show in the afternoon later this month for the King and Queen of the Ring in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. For more pro wrestling talk, join us every Friday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, right here for Wrestling Uncensored on the Ringside Report Network.
Thanks for sticking with us to the end. We would really appreciate it if you could help us spread the word.
You know the drill. Hit that subscribe button, flip those notification switches.
We are an audience-supported network, so consider becoming a recurring supporter at membership.ringsidereport.net. Check out our website at ringsidereport.net. Hope to see you again next time, and have a good night.